Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or find a way to lose. So, Adrien Broner has a new opponent, Michael Williams Jr. They call him Boy Wonder, 150%. Not sure what the hell that means. But nevertheless, hey, when you look at his record, you could convince somebody that Adrien Broner is actually stepping in there with a top prospect. 20 wins, 13 by KO. He has one loss. One loss was by knockout. Okay? Now, a couple of things to understand about this guy, Michael Williams Jr. He's had, his 21 fights, 61%, 62% KO. He debuted 2018, March 9th, right? Young man, 23 years old, got some room to improve. He's tall, 6'1", 74-inch reach. So when you just look at this, and the fact that he looks like this guy 21 Savage, right? When you just look at this, you would want to believe maybe that Adrien Broner is really going in against stiff competition. Okay? But I'm going to tell you, Adrien Broner versus Ivan Redkach, that was a hard fight for Broner. I don't care what anyone says. Redkach can fight. Kind of hurt his marketability, hurt his image, right? And by out here pulling that crap he did with Regis Prograde. But it is what it is. Then Hank Lundy, Adrien Broner and Hank Lundy sparred before. Hank Lundy spoke very highly of Adrien Broner, which leads me to believe Adrien Broner may have got the best of him in sparring. But Hank Lundy would have been a good fight for Adrien Broner because Hank Lundy's in the gym. Hank Lundy is active, and he was training for a fight already. We know the story with Hank Lundy, articles out there. Man faked a cut and all this kind of crap. And basically he lied to try to get the Adrien Broner fight so he can get out of the fight he had scheduled. Didn't work out to his advantage, and he was forced to be sidelined. Now, Adrien Broner, BLK Prime, looked for a new opponent. Boom, they find this guy. And the reason why they picked him, I'm not sure, except for the one thing. One, Adrien Broner is probably going to kill him. And two, the guy's from North Carolina, the South, not too far from Atlanta. Maybe the fact that he's kind of close to the vicinity of Atlanta and down south, maybe that some people down there may know him. Maybe he has somewhat of a fan base, right? So once we get beyond that, let's really try to understand what's going on here. Now, I will say, I personally feel, I have some guys who I talk to on the boxing channel. I respect their opinion. They're explicit guys like me. But at the same time, I'm a guy who, I feel this, right? I did a video about the secret society, and they're the ones who are trying to sabotage Adrien Broner. Don't get me wrong. I've done videos about Adrien Broner. I said, plenty of crap starts to stink. People, at some point, they're going to turn their back on you. When you are affecting their brand, you are affecting their money. You're finding yourself in trouble. You're making the wrong decisions over and over. There's only so many times a person is going to come and really try to help you out, try to understand your situation. So I totally understand that Adrien Broner created his own misery. So I want to put that out there. But I also understand when Adrien Broner was making a lot of mistakes and that they were these guys in these positions who were able to make money off of him, Showtime, Espinoza, Al Heyman, right? And anyone else from club owners, etc., right? Hip-hop artists, whatever. Anyone who was able to make money off of Adrien Broner when he was doing craziness, right? There was a lot of things done to help him out, to kind of just be like, let's just turn a blind eye or let's just brush this underneath the rug. But the fact is, right now, Adrien Broner, he's not a hot commodity. So when you look at the fact, if he was still a hot commodity with these opponents, like the stuff with Redkach and all the weight issue and his promoter, we understand the promoters. They don't really do that good of a job with their fighters. We understand the whole thing about different fighters, well-known fighters, Andre and other guys, being signed there at one time, not being able to get the fights they want. we get BLK Prime being inexperienced. But what I'm getting at is, if Broner was still a hot commodity, and he still had people who were once in his corner there to help him, there to kind of, massage the system a bit to make sure things as far as Adrien Broner, his fights went forward. I have no doubt the Red Catch fight would have happened, and if not Red Catch, Hank Lundy fight would have happened. But the thing is, Adrien Broner just doesn't have that kind of muscle behind him anymore. BLK Prime is still trying to figure things out. So I think people are kind of operating, and you can't blame them. Okay, nope, we're going to take a textbook approach to this. What do the rules say? If X, Y, and Z happens, then this is what we do, right? So I truly believe that. But at the end of the day, no one is doing Adrien Broner wrong as far as the decision being made for Red Catch to not go forward and for Lundy to not go forward. But because it's the right thing to do. But at the end of the day, if Adrien Broner still had the right muscle behind him and the right people behind him, there's some things that get overlooked. You understand? Certain things are done behind the scenes to make sure the name that was selected, the opponent that was selected, is able to fight. And I truly believe that. But at the end of the day, Adrien Broner created his own misery. But when we talk about this guy, Michael Williams Jr., looks like 21 Savage, right? Let's just take a look at something here. So, he last fought April 23rd of 2022. Look at the opponent, right? Let me go ahead and do this, right? Look at the opponent's record. The guy's name is Julio. Let me read on my screen. Buitrago, right? Wins 13, losses 34. Yo. So then this guy happens to knock him out. Let me make it a little bit smaller. I think you guys can see it. I think it's just for me because I'm blind, man. He wins by, let me make it a little bit smaller. I don't want to make it too small for you guys, but I think y'all can still see it. Damn, I got to make it even smaller. Let's see. I want y'all to see this crap. It's just crazy. Okay, there. I may just have to read some of this stuff to you. So you can see he won the fight by TKO. Matter of fact, I'll just slide it back and forth for you. He wins the fight by TKO, right? Then you come on down. I'll leave it like this. There you go. He fights this guy a year before that, John Balzer. Look at his record, 15-0, right? That's the kind of record you want to. If you can beat a guy like that, you may be on your way. My man lost by TKO in the fourth round. Okay, so this guy, Michael Williams, what's his name again? Yeah, Michael Williams. He's obviously not going to present much of a challenge for Adrien Broner. So what we're looking at is the opponent's record. He got in there with a guy who's 15-0, got his ass blasted out of there. I watched the clips from that fight. This guy, John Balzer, was beating the crap out of him, man. It was an embarrassment. But you get past that and you look at, he's had all wins before that. Gustavo Molina, but let's look at the record. 24 wins, 24 losses. Anthony Curtis, 2 wins, 9 losses. Ariel Vasquez, 14 wins, 29 losses. I mean, come on. If I sit here and add up all of the opponents that he fought and add up their wins and add up their losses, right? Horrible. Horrible, man. Look at this. Look at the losses. 3, John Willoughby, 3 wins, 35 losses. Stephen McIntyre, 3 wins, 46 losses. Now, y'all get mad at Deontay Wilder, man, but damn. Talk about padding a record, man. 14 wins, 29 losses. So this is what Adrien Broner is going to be fighting. We shouldn't be giving Anthony Joshua a hard time for fighting Jermaine Franklin. You know what I'm saying? Because what Adrien Broner is resulting to now is just madness. But he's going to get a spectacular knockout, and it is what it is. I just wanted to bring that to you. We've gone from Red Catch, who was a real threat, to Hank Lundy, who could make it competitive, to this guy. 21 Savage is doppelbanger. So anyway, that's the latest and greatest on Adrien Broner and his opponent, man. Hopefully this guy doesn't fall out, because if he falls out, I don't know what Adrien Broner and BLK Prime are going to do. But that being said, man, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. Good luck to Adrien Broner. I'm in the breeze.